Hi, what's going on guys? It's Almond. Welcome back to another Wizard101 video. In today's video, we're going to be going over the new fishing build for Wizard101. Now, I have made a fishing build literally, I'd say, I think roughly around this time, like a year ago. And 1 year later, of course, there's going to be one new item that completely changes the build and basically I have to remake the video. So if you do enjoy this type of content, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all type of stuff. Appreciate everyone that's been subscribing or leaving a comment as well. That also helps out with the algorithm because, you know, leaving a like on the video or even just putting a comment, anything realistically, does help out and pushes out the video to more people. So I appreciate all the people that do that for me. It does mean a lot. Also, I appreciate everyone that's been joining Discord. We're slowly on the rise to 1.3k members in the Discord. So I appreciate all you guys. So let's go over the fishing build, and I'm gonna give you guys some alternatives as well, because before, when I made this video last year, there was no alternatives, but there is literally an alternative now. So hey, you guys will see that in this video as well. So currently the max you can get when it comes to fishing is I believe where is it? Right here? No, it's right here. 77%. Now in my previous video I think it was 72%, and the main thing that specifically changed was the wand. But before we get into that, let's talk about the hat, robe, boots. Hat, I'm using Toy Maker Elf. Robe, I'm using Cobbler Elf. And then boots, I am using Toy Maker Elf. And then here we have the new wand, which is from the new pack, which I've already made a video on the channel talking about how good these wands are. And of course they do have a really nice item card as well, so there's that. But this has 6% fishing luck, and as well it has a tier socket. Tier socket means that I can socket on another 5%. Now in the previous build, I believe over here is what I used to use. So it didn't have a tier socket, and you guys can see, hey, you get 7 extra energy. Yes, that is true, but if you wanted to, you can use the other wand, which is the Fatal Winter one. Now, if you technically socket on 5 extra energy, or 5 fishing luck, I mean, you can get 8 fishing luck, but I'm sacrificing the 7 energy just so I can have more fishing luck, right? Just so I can have a higher percentage, right? But there's that. Now I know some people are gonna be asking, do I have to use the Toy Maker, Cobbler, and the Toy Maker stuff? No, you do not, because if we go over to the new pack, which I've already made a video on, like I said earlier, is that you can use the new gear from here. The Winter Witch Hood gives the same exact fishing luck. Obviously it's a different item card, but you do lose out on the energy. So there's that. I think that's just to like incentivize players to like, hey, go open the other pack if you want to have energy and fishing luck. But if you just want to have a like quote unquote really high fishing build or fishing luck build, you can literally use the Winter Witch Hood from the winter pack, right? That's why I preface this pack is so good. It has good energy gear, good fishing luck gear. Just overall, it's a really good pack, right? And same thing with the robe. You can use the robe from here too. Just remember, item cards are different and you do lose out on the 13 energy. So keep that in mind. And then same thing with the boots. You can use the ones from the pack as well. Just remember, different item cards, and then you do lose out on the energy. So the main premise, I guess, from my build that I changed was specifically the wand, right? Because I get that extra fishing luck. The theme and everything like that is still the same. Now keep in mind, if you don't want to farm Aphrodite, right, the reason why I'm using this is because it gives me extra energy, right? And it does have a tier socket, so I can socket out another 5 energy. The other stuff doesn't matter, don't trip out about it. The day that we get a theme, which I'm hoping for, which they release a dual tier socket, a theme with a square and a triangle, that is going to be insane. Whenever that happens, I will be super happy. But currently that's not a thing, and whenever that does happen, I will make an updated fishing build. So we'll have another fishing build on the channel. But you can use any theme. Aphrodite is what I use because, like I said, energy, and then it does have a tier socket, so you can socket on another 5 fishing luck. For amulets, you can use whatever amulet. I just use a mastery. Does that affect your fishing? No. I use it because aesthetically, I just like how I have my builds organized is that a mastery can signify what build it is. So for example, if I go over to my fishing build, which you don't see on the preview, but I have a life mastery to tell me, hey, I'm in my fishing build. It's a little niche thing. Does it it does. You don't gotta do. You don't gotta copy me and have an ice amulet or an ice mastery. I mean, just need any amulet that has a tier socket. There's no amulet at the moment that has dual tier sockets. Whenever that happens, like I said, I will make an updated video. So any amulet that has a tier socket, realistically, and you can just sock it on 5 fishing luck. Ring, you want to use specifically Stalker. I believe the one in Salinopolis does have a dual tier socket. So anything that has a dual tier socket, doesn't have to be specifically Stalker, I guess. But anything that has a dual tier socket is why I'm using the fishing luck. Like, I believe I got rid of it, but you can use Aphrodite realistically too. If you don't mind giving up the 5 fishing luck and then, you know, having extra 8 energy, you can do that. You can definitely do that. But that's not what we're showcasing in this video, of course. So for my setup, I'm specifically using a ring that has 2 tier sockets, so I can socket on 5 fishing luck for each socket. So there's that. The pet is just realistically, I use a Dapper Corgi because, hey, it gives you the extra 8 energy on top, right? There's no other pet that does that. And currently there's not a pet that is like fishing orientated where it gives you like plus 5% fishing luck or something. Like, it doesn't do that. This is like built into the pet. It's not a talent, it's built into the pet. And then of course the talents I use on the pet is these. I use epic fishing luck, regular fishing luck, reveal fish school. You don't have to have this. If you want to take this off, go for it. Take it off, sock it on another, like, you know, 15 or 10 energy. And then thinking cap and brilliant. You can even take off one of the brilliance or one of the selfishes and use one of the ones that do like half and half, and you can even put more energy. So if you did something like that, you'll have like a 20, a 15, and a 10. Very optional. It's just something I didn't do, and it's just, this is what I prefer instead, right? So you can do anything that's like mixed match, but yeah, you want to have dual fishing luck, of course, and then just the rest can be like energy. But you do want to have a selfish that like is split or something that's like similar, because the fact is so you can raise up the percentage of the fishing luck. So there's that. And some people might ask, can you get higher fishing luck? Can you know, get like 5% or anything like that with all selfish? No, I've talked about this in my previous video. We tried that. It doesn't work unless they increase the cap or there's some kind of glitch, which I probably won't really talk about at that point, unless like they increase the stats, and then it's completely different. But yeah, you can't have 5%, or you can't have something that was 9%. There was a visual bug at one point where somehow someone was able to get 9%, but yeah, that was like patched like a year ago or something like that. Some I don't know how long it's been at this point, but that got patched. So there's that. And then mount doesn't really matter. There's not a socket mount at this point. Whenever that happens, I'm not saying it is going to happen, but I'm saying if that ever does happen, you can socket on 5 fishing luck, 5 energy, whatever. But just use whatever mount. Use whatever you feel like. You know, I'm just using the Caribou Carrier because 55% mount. Sure, why not? And then the deck. Any deck that has a tier socket. Does it have to be nullity? No. Nothing from here benefits me other than the tier socket because it's a fishing build, right? So use any deck that has a tier socket and just socket on 5 extra fishing luck. Now, of course, some people might ask by the thumbnail. It's probably in the thumbnail. Can you even go higher than that? You technically can. So for the purpose of the video, I don't have the cantrip. I've asked around. I could have made one myself, but I just don't have the time. But if you socket on, or if you use a major fishing luck elixir, major and minor fishing luck don't stack. So I know some people might ask that. It doesn't stack. So if you have, I have like 15 of these or some absurd amount, but you can use one of these and that'll give you an extra 50% on your fishing luck. And then on top of that, if you have the cantrip, which I showcased in my old video, is where like if you have that as well, you can get basically together an extra 100% fishing luck. That's just like for aesthetics, I guess, realistically, if you really want to go further beyond. But in actuality, the highest right now you can get is 77%, excluding elixirs and cantrips. If you want to include the elixirs and cantrips, then you will have 177% fishing luck. Do you need that much fishing luck? Do you even need fishing luck? Not really. But like, you know, it's just a personal preference. I like having fishing builds. Don't like, that doesn't mean like I'm goated at fishing, right? I'm rank 15 or whatever, right? But like, I just like my fishing, right? That's all it is. I eventually will probably make fishing builds on all my characters. Is it going to happen anytime soon? No. But like, that's something that's going to happen over time. and you know, I'll make stitches and stuff, of course. But that is the build. Pretty straightforward. If it ever gets changed, I will let you guys know. But currently, like I said, 77% is the highest, and there's that. And also, I do want to preface that, you know, there is some item card things as well. So like, this item cards only matter if you haven't done the quest. Like if you already have boil chest from the quest and stuff like that, then the item cards are kind of just useless. But if you haven't even done the quest for fishing and stuff like that, and you just want to avoid it entirely, sometimes the boil chest is very valuable for the people who care about like code wands and stuff like that, and like fishing in Safari, right, and Elephant Graveyard and like other spots, right? So that's just up to you. But you know, realistically, if you just want to have the highest fishing luck or whatever, you would just use either the Winter Witch pack stuff, or if you want to have energy on top of that, you would technically use Toymaker, Cobbler, and Toymaker boots. But just keep in mind is that from the elf pack, right, because that's where you get these, right, that's where you get the Toymaker, stuff like that. Let's see right here, Yuletide elf pack. Some of these sets are like nearly identical. So for example, we have the Toymaker elf cap equipped, but if you go over to, let's see, the other set, for example, which it should be on here, I'll be surprised if it's not like showcase on here. There we go. So if we check the other one, specifically winter hat, where is it? Winter hat, you can see it's exactly the same, it's just the item card's different. So for the hat, you would use either Toymaker or Winter. The robe, you would either use Cobbler. Yeah, so you would have Cobbler, which is what I have equipped, my bad. So you would have Cobbler, the robe, or you can use Solstice robe if you care about the energy and like the fishing look or whatever to be exactly the same. Usually one or the other, just item cards are going to be different, as I state. And then the boots, you would either use Toymaker or Cobbler, which we can go right here. Yeah, so you can either use Toymaker or Cobbler, which I have a Toymaker, but does it affect anything? No, it's just the same stats, just different item cards, whatnot. Doesn't really matter if you already have all the quests done, as I said. So keep that in mind. That's roughly what the build is. Not too difficult if you care about fishing luck or whatever, but yeah, kind of straightforward video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully I explained everything pretty well. You don't really need a fishing build unless you want to, but hey, it doesn't like affect too many things. They realistically just need to rework the fishing stat as a whole. And will they do that anytime soon? Probably not. And there's not even like a very descriptive thing of what, for example, fishing luck even does. Like everyone knows what like block, crit, armor piercing, stun resist, everyone knows what all that stuff is. People still to this day don't even know what fishing luck does. Right here it just says fishing luck boost from equipment and elixir, but what does it do? Like they just need to overhaul that or something like that. But that is it from me. There will be more videos later on this week, so be on the lookout for that. And yeah, that's about it. So leave a like, subscribe, all type of stuff, join Discord, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.